Coming up on Mountain News this morning, increasing gas prices continue to cause some concerns here in the Commonwealth, and Kentucky lawmakers in Frankfort revealed their version of a new round of statewide spending.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you. It's Thursday. It's almost 5 o'clock here. I'm Dakota Makris. Good morning to you. And let's take it over to Brandon for a look at our forecast quickly this morning. And Brandon, I don't know about you, but on my way in, it was foggy, and I didn't realize it at first, and I just hit me. Oh, I'm driving through fog.
It's like, wait a minute. Am I still half asleep, or is this actually going on outside?
Literally,
yeah, exactly. But yeah, it is foggy out there this morning, so be careful of that. Some clouds out there as well, but it's keeping it a little bit on the cooler side this morning because we had a little bit of a clear sky, then the clouds have come back in this morning, so just kind of keep an eye out for that. Visibility pretty rough there. We're looking at limited visibility and hazard. Prestonsburg and Ashland this morning, also in Logan, so just take care if you're over in those areas today. We're looking at temperatures in the upper 30s in a lot of areas. Welcome Clintwood from Southwest Virginia over there at Dickinson County. Appreciate seeing them on the map. I guess Evan got it worked out yesterday to get a sensor. Well, he didn't get a sensor, but he found a sensor over there. We're seeing 37 there, 37 in Middlesboro, 37 in Jackson, 33 in Pine Mountain, 36, or on top of Pine Mountain rather, 36 in London, Williamsburg, and Somerset. And the cold spot this morning, 29 up toward Irvin. Breakfast forecast, we are going to stay a little bit on the warmer side at times today, and we actually might get up into the 50s. Enjoy today, enjoy tomorrow, because some big changes are coming as we head into the weekend. More on that in just a little bit. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, gas prices only seem to be increasing. Several locations in our region reported to be getting closer to $4 per gallon, with some already crossing that mark. A recent announcement of a Russian oil import ban was implemented yesterday, which only means the high prices will be likely sticking around. We are shelling out more money at the pumps. And on Tuesday, President Joe Biden said the U.S. is banning the import of Russian oil.
That means Russian oil will no longer be acceptable at U.S. ports, and the American people will deal another powerful blow to Putin's war machine.
A senior lecturer at the Patterson School of Diplomacy and International Commerce at the University of Kentucky, Dr. Robert Farley, says banning Russian oil was a simple move for the president to make.
It's not at all surprising. I mean, Russian oil did not make up that big of the U.S. market. The numbers were really pretty small in terms of both Russia's exports and the U.S. imports.
CBS News reports the Russian oil and energy ban costs Russia $100 million per day.
Limiting the amount of energy that Russia can export, limiting the prices at which Russia can export energy, limiting the amount of hard currency that they can get from those exports.
But what about tapping into our nation's oil reserve or using oil from other states?
I do think that we have to think seriously about the amount of investment that we have in oil and natural gas. Certainly that's a hedge against high oil prices from Russia.
Saying we have to deal with higher prices at the pump for a while.
The president's also engaged in diplomacy with Venezuela, which seems to be intended to bring some Venezuelan capacity back onto the market.
But hoping we will see prices drop sooner rather than later. Well, Gas Buddy reports the average price of gas here in Kentucky is $4.05. Well, state Republicans in Kentucky have revealed their version of a 2-year state spending plan. It includes pay increases for state workers and directs money to overhaul state parks and the state fairgrounds. The Senate proposal mirrors the House-passed version on a key element of education funding. Both plans call for the same increases in per pupil funding under SEEK, the state's main funding formula for K through 12 schools. After weeks of behind-the-scenes work, the Senate plan was sent to the full chamber on Wednesday by a committee. The final budget ultimately will be hashed out by House and Senate conferences. Well, rules are now set for name, image, and likeness deals for Kentucky's collegiate athletes. Governor Andy Beshear signed the bipartisan measure into law. Some of the biggest names in Kentucky college sports were in Frankfort for the signing. Last summer, Governor Beshear issued an executive order allowing athletes to make money off their name, likeness, and image. Yesterday's signing makes that policy permanent. Lawmakers and said the legislation is flexible and it sets a precedent for other states to follow. The House Education Committee is considering a bill to ban transgender girls from girls' sports in Kentucky. Senate Bill 83 has already passed the Senate. It would require transgender girls to compete on boys' sports teams. And the Kentucky legislature is also considering a bill that would weaken or prohibit COVID vaccine mandates. The House of Representatives has yet to vote on the measure, but it has been passed out of a key committee. House Bill 28's sponsor, Representative Savannah Maddox, says getting a vaccine should be a personal choice.
And I think that Kentuckians should be able to make that decision without any type of undue force or coercion from the government, from their employer, or any other entity.
House Bill 28 would allow parents to opt their children out of COVID vaccine requirements, and it prohibits colleges and universities from requiring students, faculty, and staff to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Today, the House Judiciary Committee will take up a medical marijuana bill. House Bill 136 would establish a medical marijuana program here in the Commonwealth, as well as create a excess tax on certain transfers of it. It would be exempt from an excess tax on controlled substances and state sales tax. The bill would require the Department of Public Health to monitor the process. Last year, a similar bill made it out of committee, which is the farthest a medical marijuana bill has gone in Kentucky. Well, Kentuckians get less sleep than almost any other state in the nation, and boy, do I feel that. More than 40 million Americans suffer from a sleep disorder, and March is National Sleep Awareness Month. The CDC says Kentucky ranks third in sleep deprivation. Lack of sleep in the Commonwealth has been linked to higher rates of obesity and diabetes.
So many people don't sleep enough. They don't get the 7 to 9 hours recommended. And so if we're going to say what is sleep deprivation, I would say it's anyone that's getting less than 7 hours is probably sleep deprived.
Well, I certainly get less than 7 hours. Sleep experts say getting light exercise and enough sunlight every week can help with sleep regulation, and turning off your screens before you get in bed can help you fall asleep. Well, the East Kentucky Dream Center is asking for your help. It needs food donations to help with its bagged food ministry. Pikeville's Faith Life Market is stepping in to help, setting up a food drive to send non-perishable food items to the center so it can keep moving forward in its mission, from canned vegetables to boxes of mac and cheese to cereal and noodles. The market is hoping to see donations pour in so the Dream Center can pour them back into the community.
Here at Faith Life Market, we are a nonprofit organization and we're Christian based. So with that, we love being able to help people that need things. So this way we're also able to help another branch in our community that helps people like that.
You can drop off food donations to the coffee shop area of the market Tuesday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. or Saturday from 9:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. Donations can also be dropped off at the Dream Center Tuesday through Friday from 9 to 3. Well, thank you so much for getting your Thursday morning started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, the families of the people killed in a major condo collapse in Florida agree to a large settlement in court.
Next couple of days look pretty nice, but the weekend, well, that's a different story. On the latest forecast in about 3 minutes.